Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of Mega Man X5. Who are all those guys at the computer? It's kind of hard to make them out because of the PS1 pre-rendered graphics. Dynamo's attacking the Hunter base. Fight back immediately. So yeah, we have to fight Dynamo. We can't do anything else. Alright, Dynamo. Let's go. It's fine. He even gets his own little boss introduction. And look, there's the Enigma cannon. We're working on it. It's gonna be great. Nice to meet you. You are X, aren't you? The famous and persistent hunter. Who are you, and what do you want? Well, to stretch a point, I want to disturb what you're doing. Oh, don't worry. I just want to disturb you. I don't intend to kill you. But you wish to fight to the death, don't you? No, we don't. Well, if you fight me and die, then I'm sorry. But I'll play less than my best. Now, shall we let the battle begin? X. I'm having a fun time doing Dynamo's voice. Dynamo's theme is also excellent. I always have a hard time dodging that attack. Damn it. He's not a difficult fight. Simply, as he said, he's just kind of here to disturb what we're doing. He doesn't really care. He's just doing what he's paid for. Come on. That thing's on top of him. I basically just end up tanking those hits. Like, who cares? They don't deal enough damage for me to worry about. Ugh, I keep falling for that. See, I like Dynamo's attitude. I like his theme. His boss is okay. It's really a shame that his character literally never does anything. Ooh, I dodged it. Ain't that amazing? And I mean that. Like, we see Dynamo here. He is promptly forgotten. We'll see him again in a later fight. That doesn't amount... Neither of these fights amounts to anything story-related. And then he just vanishes. He doesn't contribute to anything. And then he comes back in X6. He's not part of the plot. He just shows up as a bonus boss. Doesn't do anything. And then he disappears again forever. Just as I thought. You are strong. You never let up. I'll retreat with this result. But I advise you to relax a little, or you'll die from all the stress. Well then, adios, amigo. Hey, I did it. Unfortunately, we don't get a... That'd be kind of cool if you got a weapon from Dynamo, but nah. Oh, I didn't mean to save. That's fine. Okay. So I think we'll head back into Tidal Whale stage and just get this done now. Now that we have Ghoul Shaver. There's another little thing I don't really appreciate about games, though it doesn't piss me off as much as some of my creeds with boss fights. I really think in stages with mini-bosses, once you beat the main boss, the mini-boss should vanish. I understand in the stage's case the entire stage is built around this guy, but wouldn't it be nice if you just didn't have to fight him again? Like he just disappeared forever after you beat him. Oh, no, I will collect you. Okay, yeah, so those are Reploids in danger. Wow, I cannot talk today. I understand I have a little bit of a stuttering problem, but it's usually never this bad. So either way, these are Reploids in danger, and you have to rescue them. They mean nothing. Like, you pick them up, you get an extra life, you get a little bit of health back. That's literally it. That is all they do. I'll give X6 some credit to give them a little more significance, though it's significance that makes them a lot more annoying. So honestly, I kind of preferred in this. X7 did it best, where they have a function, but they're not super annoying. It's something. Honestly, it's never been a system I'm into, but if it's gonna be there, it's at least in this game, it's not intrusive. It's just, hey, I see a Reploid there, I'm gonna go get him because it's a free extra life. You can tell when he's gonna fire the cannon if you look closely at his mouth. You can see the tip of the cannon, like, pop out from his jaw. Like, there it is. It's not his jaw, it's the back of his throat. Can't do anything now. We just kinda... Now we just wait. And we fight him again. Get used to seeing health bars that big in this game. I don't even need to jump. Okay, yes I do. Sometimes. Look, the plasma shot residue actually hurts him. There's a lot of things in this game that are immune to it. I guess just because they give it to you right from the start. If they didn't really balance it, it'd be broken as hell. Thankfully, on the revisits, we only have to fight this guy twice, because we don't need to go far enough for the whole 3 shebang. But we do still have to fight him twice. Whether or not you find the stage annoying is really just a matter of a taste. What's the word I'm looking for? Tolerance, I suppose. Like, I can tolerate it, whatever. It's not the biggest deal in the world to me. I can live with it. Besides, after this we have a little bit of a break before we actually need to come back and finish business because we have to complete the Falcon armor, which is going to take a little bit of time. I think we can get the other pieces on our first visit to the next stage, so we'll be able to get the Falcon armor once we complete the first half of stages. I'll admit I'm also coming back here now because I want to delay what's going to happen in the next stage, because depending on how it goes, it could either be amazing, like I show off I'm amazing at this game, or it could be a total loss. I don't know. It's impossible to tell. My practice run went absolutely horrible, but that's why I do practice runs. Maybe now that I've reminded myself of what the stage entails, I might be able to handle it. I know the whole path. So yeah, it's also worth it just to take out, like, the fins of the guy, just because, you know, if they're gone, then he can't attack me. Though, I think killing both of them kills him, so no matter what, there's going to be one alive until the end. Boom. Okay, there we go. We're done fighting him. Because now, we still have to wait for the water to drain. Thankfully, Elliot doesn't chime in when you come back to stages. Like, if you've seen the message once, and the game is damn sure that you saw it once, then it never repeats it, and that's fine. Imagine if it did. Ugh. That'd be terrible. Alright, just fall right down, and here we go. You gotta be sure you're really on the edge. Little. There we go. It's a very narrow gap. And here's the body part for the Falcon armor. So this game does change how armor works, because they try to give it a story explanation that, whatever, doesn't make too much sense. But in terms of gameplay, it's just because there's 2 sets of armor. If you have to collect all 4 pieces of the armor before you actually get any benefit from it. Which again, considering they give you the Force armor right from the start, I don't mind it that much. But I understand it's the kind of thing that's annoying, and I'm happy X7 fixed it by just only having 1 set of armor and going back to the old way. X8 was finally the game that figured out how to do it properly, and I'm thankful for that. It's fun to customize. Okay. I'm gonna try not to talk here, because I need to concentrate. Fuck. You gotta collect all these orbs. There's only one path you can take. Like, you have to play this stage one exact way in order to get all the orbs. Muscle memory helps a lot, but... Shit. Okay. Muscle memory helps a lot, but... It does take a lot of work to learn how to do this. It took me, like, 5 game overs of practice to get it on my practice run. Shit. Okay, but that's the end of it. It's a short section, but you're gonna do it a lot of times. And this is probably gonna be where I get a game over. Yep. It's just so easy to get confused what you're doing. And there goes my chance. Okay. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I've read it, and in my experience, it's been true. If you can beat the first 4 stages, get all the Enigma parts without getting a game over, then the Enigma canon is guaranteed to work. And you never have to worry about the time limit after that. That's what I've heard. I have no idea if it's true or not. I've heard people in YouTube comments debunking me on that. But in my experience, it's been true. And if it is true, then that's a really cool little reward for doing well. I'm starting to forget like what the exact methodology is for getting some of these final orbs. You don't have to collect them all to progress through the stage. You have to get them all in order to get the Dr. Light capsule. Oh, shit. Okay, another game over. It's fine. Game overs really don't mean anything in this game, so it's okay. But yes, this is going to take some time, and I don't think anyone watching me is going to blame me for this. Ugh, almost messed up there. This is definitely one of the infamous parts of the game. Oh, nice. Okay. Towards the end, you just kind of have to start improvising, but it can work. Okay, that went better than the practice run. So yeah, and now you have to wait for him to shoot all the orbs at the door. There's 8 of them in total. 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you only collect a certain amount of them, like not all of them, then they'll say like, oh, you almost had it, even if you only got 1. And you do have to get them all. So there's the head part for the Falcon armor. He still tells you like what all of the armor pieces do individually, even though you can't use them individually. I guess you just sort of add them all up, and then you can tell what the armor is going to do once you have it completed. And now the game starts telling me about hostage Reploids. I'm not entirely sure why. Only now. We had them in Tidal Whales stage. On the plus side, it's definitely there to make up for all the lives you lost on the Ride Chaser. Okay, so now we have the lock section. So you need to shoot these. And there you go. So you just have to shoot like the little electric locks into the locking mechanisms, and then that'll open the door. However, if you don't shoot them in a certain amount of time, like if I stop now, it would slowly start reverting. And if you wait too long once it's locked into place, then it will slam shut. This is important pretty soon, because the locks are going to get more complicated. Oh yeah, another random little quirk about this game. You can't shoot through walls anymore. Okay, so... yeah, so you need to... when they have 2 locks, you really need to alternate between the 2 in order to get it open correctly. That one's not too hard, it's just an introduction to the concept, though. Like this one, for example. Gets a little bit annoying. But there you go. It's still not that hard. And look at that, 3 free lives right here. You can even afford to take some damage getting to them, because collecting them gives you health. Unfortunately, I don't think the health from these guys counts towards filling a sub-tank. I don't know. Probably not. Look at that, I'm ducking to avoid an obstacle. Oh, yep, here we go. This is the annoying one, because you got a moving platform you got to stand on, a lot of spikes. Gaia armor would make this easier, but we don't have the Gaia armor. And you have to wait like so long before you can get back down. Almost. Okay, we still got it though. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were a Maverick. Ducking's also good just for hitting certain types of enemies, because your plasma shot's so big that you could like accidentally hit their shield with the giant shot. Like these guys are the best example. Hey, another life. I have 9 lives now. Despite the fact that lives are completely useless in this game, you are going to get so many of them. Don't bother going up there. You need the Gaia armor. And then you get ones where the locks are like different intervals, so you have to hit them in the right order. But either way, we're through. Get out Goo Shaver. I love that name. Though this boss is a pain just because he fires so many projectiles at you. Volt Kraken, will you do me a favor? This is how you greet me after so long? No, nice to meet you again, or I'm sorry. Not even a hello. How rude. You've not changed at all. I'm sorry about Launch Octopus. In the original version of the game, they translated that line literally and he says Octopardo. I'm amazed they bothered to fix that. I wasn't referring to such an old story. You destroyed him because you're a Maverick Hunter. It's your duty. Your mission. Well, I got fed up with the hunter jobs. That's why I quit. Not because of Octopus. Please, we have a little time left. Give me the energy cartridge. You're free to take such a worthless thing. But what a simpleton you are. Even if you get it, you can't change the fate of the Earth. Every Reploid has been infected by the virus and become... No, he's been infected too. Ooh, Maverick Hunter? You'll be terminated, just like you did to Octopus. Thankfully, with his weakness, we can just pretty safely tank him. It's just kind of hard to hit him because of the way it arcs down. But there we go. Never mind. There's not too much tanking if you can... Okay, yes there is. My bad. Look at that. Ow. And then he just chases you around a lot. And he does that to make movement around more difficult. But we beat him. And is now when it's going to show up or not? Give me a second. I have to open up a web page. Because there's a factor of this game that I can never remember. Hey, Chrome. Okay, Chrome's not opening, so that's real nice. Okay, there it is. Let's see. Is it even a factor yet? Yeah, if you beat a high enough boss... The boss is slowly level... Okay, it's not a thing yet. The bosses slowly level up the more you kill. That gives them more health, maybe more attacks. But the important thing is once they're high enough level, then you get the ability to create parts from them. And you can equip those parts to give you bonus secondary effects. That's important. The reason I have to open up a web page is because I can never remember whether you go life or energy. Because whether or not you pick one or the other determines what part you'll get. I can never remember which one's which, so I always have to rely on MMHP. Give me a sec. I just need to get to that part of the page. Thanks. Here we are. Okay. This will be the first stage where it's a problem. Yep, so this is... I forget his name. Honestly, he's like the only guy whose name I ever like truly remember. I never remember his name, but I always remember the Guns N' Roses one. In the original version of the game, he was Izzy Glow. Remember that. Shining Firefly. That's his name. Yep, so we got spikes to deal with. That's fine. Patience. Patience is the key. And hey, look at that. There's the EX tank up there. In a game like this, it's even more worthless than it was in X4. But I'm going to get it anyway, because it's a collectible. Hey. Ow. Listen, you could have moved forward a little bit more before you decided to stop. There was nothing there for you to shoot to begin with. So we got a lot of spikes to deal with here. Just gotta be daring. Oh, look at that Sigma virus. There's another mechanic in this game. You see the little meter down in the bottom left corner? That's your virus infection meter. Yeah. The more times you get touched by a Sigma virus, which start appearing in the later stages, the more that meter fills. Once it fills up to full virus mode, it doesn't do anything until then, but once it fills up to full virus, then you'll start taking gradual damage for a couple seconds. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's obviously always worth avoiding. However, that's only for X. For reasons that the story will go into later, whenever Zero gets fully infected by the virus, then he becomes invincible for a couple seconds. So you want to touch them when you're Zero. And look at this. They redid the same thing from X4, except they totally fucked it up with the angle. So look, I got touched by 1, it didn't create any noticeable change. I got touched by 2, now I'm in caution mode. And for right now, there's no negative effects, and there's more spinning wheels. And now we have a mini-boss. Whoa, thanks. Shoot the one that's different, and avoid the lasers of the other two, because they're invincible. This is one of the stages that for some reason still has the, out of the way. Okay, I can't hit them from the back. So that's annoying. You really do have to, like, know where you need to be. You have to think really fast for this fight. It's really easy when they're on the edge, because there's only one way they can point. They're not gonna point off to the side where they're not accomplishing anything. Ooh, close one. Oh, man. The health bars in this game are too big. Go up. Ugh, man. I don't know why my controls are not responding perfectly. Yeah, that one worked. As soon as I complain, it starts working out perfectly. That's how it works. Yeah. Okay, no, it's not split into 2 halves, but now that we've touched the teleporter, it returned us to normal status, even though I don't think there's any more Sigma viruses to infect us further, so I don't know. Yep, so you got these little things. I don't know what they are. They shoot these balls out. And you can only destroy them with a certain weapon, as Alias said. That weapon is the C-Shot, which we have already. However, there's only one you need to destroy. Come take out this one. Because behind here, our final Falcon Armor Light Capsule. Oh yeah, and the Dr. Light theme in this game is a remix of the X1 version. This game has a lot of music remixes. It really is a very celebratory game. Like, there's so many little callbacks to previous games, even to the classic series, as we saw a little bit, like, the beginning of the intro stage, not intro stage, the opening theme was partially included the Get Weapon theme from Mega Man 3 for some reason. You know, I might as well also talk about this. The X games in Japan, their anime openings always had, like, these... I'm about to take damage, Alia. Their anime openings always had, like, vocal themes, Japanese vocal themes, that always got changed for the English version. And because of licensing issues, even if you're playing the Japanese versions of the games on the Legacy Collection, then you'll still hear the English openings, unless you import the Japanese version of the collection. Then you get the full experience. So you got that going for you. Then there's sort of becomes the question of what version is better. God, that background looks so terrible. Like, it's not animated. The pre-rendered CG in this game is bad, and I really don't like it. It defines too much of this game's visual style. How dare you bust up my lab? This laboratory is so badly infected by the virus, there's no other way for me to enter. Huh, you hunters always do that. My work is not for Maverick Hunters. I've never trusted your approach. Therefore, I won't cooperate with you. Doctor, I don't have time to argue with you. Please understand. My body has already been infected too. I realize I may have been wrong, but it's too late to change now. I've made up my mind. Now let me rest in peace. This fight's gonna be fun. Oh, I messed up the timing a little bit. It's fine, though. You can keep them in a pattern for a very long time if you can time your attacks just right. I think we'll look at this. I think this is a little bit sad. Oh, he almost landed on me. Boom. Pathetic. Okay. So either way, the question becomes, what openings do you prefer? Like, do you like the completely different Japanese, English or Japanese openings? It's not like the English version is just an instrumental version of the Japanese theme. They're completely different. It depends on the game. Like, X3, I really like the Japanese opening, One More Time. That's a great song. X4, I have no strong opinion on either one. Okay, so yeah, now that we beat a high enough boss, it's weapon and life plus and weapon and energy plus. According to my list, we want to go with life because the energy plus is an item for 0, so it will do us no good. I'm not going to use this part, but it's at least something I could use. It's a burst shot. Alright. But X5 is the one instance where I will outright say that the English opening is way better than the Japanese one. Wow, this part's been going on for a really long time. I'm completely losing track of time here. My bad. We'll let this play out first. At last, the Enigma has been completed. It's old, but we reinforced it with some devices. It should work fine. Well, we're ready. So, you can't save scum this. Despite the fact that it's random whether or not it works or not, aside from maybe that whole non-continue thing, you can't save scum this. The RNG is seeded as soon as you beat the last of the 4 Mavericks. So unless you wanted to keep redoing that stage, you can't retry this. It's better to just go with the flow. Fate of the Earth depends on it. The energy, the power, the angle, everything is clear. Alright, blast off! Blast off! Blast off! Blast off! I have no idea why he needs to say it so many times. If it's like most playthroughs of this game, did it crash? Ilya, give us the report. Negative, we destroyed only 62%. Yep, this is how it almost always goes. We've merely made it change orbit and delayed the time of impact. Curses! The Enigma was not successful? No, but we have a backup plan. Let's concentrate on our next move. Alright, we'll execute the shuttle operation. Don't give up. The future of the Earth depends on us. This is our last hope. The space shuttle operation. The shuttle will approach and fly into the colony. Pilots will eject at the last minute. It's very dangerous because they could get sucked into the blast. In the end, I fear that this will fail just like the Enigma. We need to gather as many devices as we can to strengthen the shuttle's power, but the autopilot function doesn't work. Okay, gather as many devices as you can. We'll try to upgrade it from here. This is the last chance for us. I know this mission is hard for you all, but the important thing is for us to stay optimistic. Now let's get to work. Can you really not fix the autopilot yourselves? Okay, that's going to be the end of part 2. Parts of X5 are probably going to be really long. But either way, that's the end of part 2. Join us for part 3.